Welcome to Infidelity Truths. Before we dive into today's gripping story, please take a second to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more thrilling stories just for you. Let's begin.
If you told me a single conversation in a break room would unravel my career, my family, and my sense of self, I'd have scoffed. I was the dependable one, carpool coordinator, PDA treasurer, the guy who always brought donuts to the office. My life with Sarah, my wife of 10 years, looked solid from the outside. Neat lawn, matching coffee mugs, Sunday barbecues. But inside, the rooms felt hollow. Sarah, a pediatric nurse, poured her energy into her patients. Our evenings were checklists, bills, groceries, our daughter Lily's soccer schedule. Connection was a footnote we kept postponing. Then Mara joined the firm as a freelance graphic designer. She was sharp, vibrant, with a laugh that cut through the office hum. During a late-night project, we bonded over a shared love of obscure sci-fi novels. She asked about my favorite book, not my deliverables. Our chats moved from email to texts, from deadlines to dreams. One afternoon, in the break room, she leaned close over a coffee machine that refused to work. "I like talking to you," she said, her eyes steady. My pulse jumped. I didn't step back. That moment felt like a window cracking open. I told myself it was harmless, a friendship, a spark to counter the gray routine. But soon we were carving out secret spaces. Lunch breaks stretched long. I'd run errands and meet her at a diner across town. I'd silence her texts when Sarah was nearby, my thumb hovering over her name like a thief checking for alarms. I wasn't cheating, I reasoned. Just borrowing joy. Sarah didn't notice. She was charting patient notes or reading Lily bedtime stories. I convinced myself I could juggle both worlds. Mara's attention was a drug. She sent me playlists, memes, late-night voice notes that made me feel like a kid sneaking out past curfew. But the high came with strings. If I didn't reply fast enough, her texts turned sharp, ellipses, single words. Busy? I'd apologize during Lily's piano lessons, my phone hidden in my jacket. I called it care. I ignored how it felt like a leash. The first fracture came during a team retreat. Mara and I slipped away for a walk, laughing too loudly by the lake. A coworker saw us, her hand brushing mine. Back at the office, my boss, Karen, asked about distractions. She mentioned project delays, mismatched expense reports. I laughed it off, but my stomach twisted. That night, Sarah set the table and asked why I seemed distant. "Work," I mumbled as Mara's text lit up my phone. I swiped it away, but my fingers itched to respond. The collapse was quiet but total. Karen called me in, her desk stacked with printouts. A colleague had forwarded an email thread, flirty, careless, sent from my work account. The company's code of conduct was clear. I was let go with a severance and a warning to reflect. That evening, Sarah found my phone unlocked. Mara's messages, pet names, plans, a photo of us at the diner, spilled out like spilled wine. Sarah didn't cry. She asked, "When did you stop choosing us?" I stammered about feeling invisible, but the words sounded like excuses even to me. She asked me to sleep at a hotel. Mara called it a fresh start. For a week, she sent me takeout menus and promises. Then her texts slowed. I heard she'd taken a job in another city, reconnecting with an old flame. I was a detour, not a destination. Sarah filed for divorce. The house in her name stayed with her and Lily. I packed a duffel and moved into a studio apartment with thin walls. Lily's drawings went into a drawer. Sarah allowed weekend visits, but Lily's hugs felt careful, like she was measuring the distance I'd created. I took a job at a warehouse, scanning barcodes in fluorescent light. The pay was enough for rent and child support. Therapy became my Tuesday anchor. I told the truth there, no metaphors, just the facts of my choices. I wrote Sarah a letter, plain and raw, admitting how I'd mistaken Mara's spotlight for freedom. I didn't ask for forgiveness. She replied with a single line. "Be better for Lily." It cut deeper than anger. Recovery is small and unglamorous. I ride the bus at dawn, show up for Lily's games, and rebuild trust with every on-time pickup. When Mara emailed months later suggesting a coffee for old times, I deleted it. Standing by the kitchen sink, I said no to the quiet temptation of escape. It felt like setting down a weight. Divorce papers came and went. Sarah kept the house. I kept a box of Lily's old crafts. Sometimes I see a photo of her on Sarah's social media, grinning at a school play. I click like, and let the ache settle. Missing them is a storm I don't fight. It passes when it's ready. Now I work at a community center, coaching kids soccer. The pay's modest, but the wins feel real. There's a break room with a coffee machine, same model as the one where Mara and I started. I pass it daily and choose black coffee, no sugar, no secrets. Freedom isn't a hidden spark or a stolen hour. It's saying what you need in the daylight and living with the answer, even when it's hard. I learned that after the fall. I'm still learning it.
Thank you, my amazing subscribers. Wow, what a journey. If you've made it to the end of this story, I just want to take a moment to say thank you. Your support means everything to me. Every time you watch, like, and comment, you're helping keep this channel alive and growing. And trust me, the best is yet to come. I see all your comments. I feel your love, and I truly appreciate each and every one of you. If this story touched your heart, hit that like button and drop a comment below. I'd love to hear what you think. Your thoughts and feedback inspire me to create even more powerful stories. And if you haven't already, subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a new upload. More shocking twists, emotional journeys, and real-life lessons are on the way, and I don't want you to miss a single one. Together, we're building an incredible community, and I'm so grateful to have you on this journey with me. Stay strong, stay inspired, and remember, sometimes life's greatest lessons come from the most unexpected moments. See you in the next story.